Y'all want to see Ice in the front lines? I want to see Nicki Minaj in the U.S. men's hockey team. That's who I want to see at the front lines. Yeah, go, 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 go.
Hey, MAGA moms and dads, hurry, go sign your sons up for the military. Trump needs you for this war, and he needs your sons.
Just stop scrolling for a second. Let me break this down. Imagine this: you support a political dialogue. You have been posting online, cheering for policies, showing loyalty, and now suddenly someone is telling you, hey, guess what? You are first in line if war breaks out. Yeah, that's exactly what is trending right now. Some America are literally calling out the MAGA voters to the front line in Iran, and the reaction, shock, confusion rages. But here is the part most people aren't talking about. This isn't just politics, this is cause and effect. And it's different when you realize Black Americans have been warning about this system and their consequences for years. So before we dive deeper into the conversation, I want you to watch some of this clip carefully. Listen to how people react, notice the tension, and pay attention to the comments, because they tells a story bigger than the headlines. So guys, without wasting much time, let's watch those clips.
If you're MAGA and we go to war, I want you to volunteer to be on the front lines. I want you to go today and sign up to be in the Army, the Coast Guard, the Navy, the Marines, heck, even the Air Force. I want DJT to extend the age that you can enlist so that all MAGA can go and fight this war. Because y'all are for him. I heard a lady today say he deserves our devotion. Do y'all know the meaning of the word devotion? Since this person who is wreaking havoc, stone cold havoc, since you're here for it and cheering it on and applauding it, go to the nearest recruiter, find the recruiter nearest you, ask ChatGPT, where is the Army enlistment office? If you're too old, send your son, send your daughter, send your granddaughter, send your grandson, send your canine, send your dog. We know how y'all feel about dogs. I have dogs and I love my dog, but I'm not for him. Send your dogs to be in the canine units, the bomb sniffers. Send Scruffy to go do that. Send Spot, Buster, Bubba. Send everybody you got, since you're for this. Since you stay winning, since you got what you voted for, gonna love us until you hate me. Since y'all are gloating and enjoying all of this so much, I want you to lead the way. Go ahead, have at it. You want to be in the front? No DEI, so take all the Black and brown folks out of enlistment, and y'all go fight your war. Now there's some Black MAGA that can go with y'all. I do not discriminate; they can go too. But I want all y'all to get ready to go. Take your kids. Take your wives, take your husbands, take your children, take your grandchildren, take your dogs, unless maybe they can figure out something for y'all to have cats. We appreciate and thank you for your service. Bonus round, guess what? If you go, well, when you go, you get a pew-pew, lots of them. You love pew-pews, and you get to pew-pew at brown people over there, because that's what y'all are going to be. Can you say schmurder? I don't know if you can say schmurder on TikTok. Let me delete that. You get uniforms, and you get to do it all with your friends. You can fly your flags, your MAGA flags, and yes, it's going to be, we appreciate it. I you know what? Thank you for just stepping in and stepping up. God bless you. God bless you.
So hearing KK Caroline Levitt literally saying that all options are on the table and drafting is one of them, I hope to God they draft every Trump supporter who voted for this. Not only once, not only twice, but if you voted for Trump all 3 times, get your ass to the field. You love him so much. Defend him. Because I know I'm not gonna go. I am not going in this war that I did not vote for. I voted for her. And just realize that this is their plan to try to stop the midterm elections and declaring a national emergency. Just watch. Just watch. He knows he's going to lose this November. He knows that after this November, he is screwed for the next 2 years. So he's going to do everything he can to make sure it will not happen.
Hey, it's Joe from Georgia, and this is an update on what the future looks like for the Iran war. Folks, the senators got a briefing today from the Department of Defense about the plans for this war. And folks, it is a full-on war. And lots of senators coming out of the meeting says that it is worse than any of us are even thinking. And what they're talking about is boots on the ground in Iran. Folks, they're looking to put our soldiers in harm's way over what's happening in Iran. And folks, are we fighting this war for Israel? Because that's what this kind of feels like.
Hey, MAGA moms and dads, hurry, go sign your sons up for the military. Trump needs you for this war, and he needs your sons.
Guys, we have a major breaking news, guys. Americans are now saying that Donald Trump's sons should actually be in the front line. And with what they are saying, honestly, I see reasons with them why they should say, why are your sons resting? Why are they not in the front line? Why are you not putting them in the front line? So Americans are now saying, since you know that this particular WAR with Iran is very, very important to you.
Hey MAGA, you stupid, dumb, ugly bitches, this war is your fault. If you voted for that Red Orange, you voted for this war. Therefore, y'all should get your asses out on those front lines. Women for Trump, blacks for Trump, Latinos for Trump, gays for Trump. I need all of you guys to enlist and deploy out today. You know what? I'm also going to add the people who didn't vote. This is also your fault. Get your asses out there. Jill Stein voters, get your asses out there. If you were here online talking about don't vote for Kamala, don't vote for Kamala, get your asses out there. This is y'all's fault. Your president caused this war, so you need to go out and fight for your president. It is so baffling to me, the amount of people I have seen online talk about this war is great, I love this, President Trump is the best, blah, 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 this is all for...
So someone had a theory that Americans were sending troops to Iran so that, you know, they would get slaughtered and then they could justify using nuclear weapons, which isn't entirely out of the realm of possibility, and I wouldn't put such a thing past them. But someone under that was like, nah, man, they're doing that as a blood sacrifice to Moloch? Moloch? Which, I'm sorry, it's not funny. We live in a really fucked up timeline. That's also not out of the realm of possibility. Like, when I read it, I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Holy shit, get ready for this one. Because if you've ever heard somebody say immigrants are a drain on the system, or they're taking resources that should go toward Americans, and you knew they were full of shit, but you didn't have the facts to refute, I have great news, because after watching this video, not only will you know how to respond, but you'll have a counterpunch too, and they'll never see it coming. So first, a brand new study was just released from the Cato Institute. If you've never heard of them, it's a libertarian think tank, and they're typically cited by the Reagan-type Republicans when they want to cut spending. This specific study sought to evaluate the impact of immigrants on government spending. To do this, they looked at data from 1994 to 2023. 94 was the first year they started collecting it. So this data spans 30 years and it does include undocumented immigrants. Now there are way too many findings in the study to capture them all in one video. I'm going to give you the high-level summary. First and most important takeaway is that the existence of immigrants reduced the deficit every single year over those 30 years. A 30-year streak of paying more in taxes than they cost the government at the local...
Y'all want to see ICE in the front lines? I want to see Nicki Minaj and the U.S. men's hockey team. That's who I want to see at the front lines. Yeah, go, 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 go. Since you want to be so outspoken, go. Go, 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 go. Go into battle, go. Go on, go use that super base. Go use that super base, go, go. Y'all got your little hockey sticks, go. You can do it, go. But we all know ICE loves attention, so they're gonna go to the front. It's gonna all work out.
And to all Trump supporters and MAGA, I don't know if y'all saw, but Iran just told y'all to pull up. I just seen a news clip of the foreign minister, and he was asked if he was afraid of a U.S. invasion, and he said, no, we're waiting for them. Mind you, this man was calm as fuck and smirking. Yikes on bikes. This man really said, y'all got the Addy? Pull up. We're actually outside waiting for you. And it better be Trump supporters on the front fucking lines because y'all voted for this shit. This is what y'all fucking wanted. Go put them boots on the fucking ground. Especially y'all who have come online since snorting and snotting talking about I voted for Trump and now I regret it. What can I do? How can I help? Pull yourself up by them bootstraps and get in the fucking field because they waiting for y'all. They said they waiting for y'all.
MAGA, it is now your time to shine, to show Donald Trump how patriotic you are, how you are a true patriot of this country. I want you to show him that you are proud to be an American, you are proud to be MAGA, and a diehard Republican. So what you need to do is go to your local branch, your local military branch, whether it's the Navy, the Army, the Air Force, the Marines, and get in there, talk to the recruiter, and say you are signing up right now. That you are a true patriot that Donald Trump wants you to be, and that you're going to sign up and you want to go to Iran, and that you have no bone spurs that will hold you back. And tell that recruiter you are an American, that you want to fight for this country, that you want to be on the front line and you are ready to roll. That back home you have that flag on the back of your diesel pickup truck and you drive it all on them dusty roads, and that you want to make America first.
All of this online talk about the draft and sending 18 to 26-year-old men to Iran, I will selfishly admit that I'm very happy to be a trans person in this time and be banned from the military because this is what they talk about.
Mothers out there are worried that we're going to have a draft, that they're going to see their sons get in and daughters get involved in this. What do you want to say about the president's plans for troops on the ground? As we know, it's been largely an air campaign up until now.
It has been, and it will continue to be, and President Trump wisely does not remove options off of the table. I know a lot of politicians like to do that quickly, but the president, as commander-in-chief, wants to continue to assess the success of this military operation. It's not part of the current plan right now, but the president, again, wisely keeps his options on the table.
Now, if this administration decides to implement the draft, I just want them to keep the same energy that they've been having since they took office. No DEI hires, no trans Decepticons, no illegal immigrants. Basically, and I'm speaking for the collective here, Black, brown, and queer folk, leave us out of it. Thank you. Matter of fact, you know who's a perfect candidate for the draft? Barron Trump. Dude's like 6'8" and unemployed as far as we can see, so him and his MAGA homeboys got this, okay? Of course, I'm being tongue-in-cheek, but on a very serious note, we as Americans who lived through and were conscious during the Iraqi war, we are sick and tired of the American government initiating war in the Middle East and then expecting American citizens to sacrifice their bodies for some shit that they didn't ask for. A lot of our country's greatest recent tragedies, I would say within the last 30 years, could have been 100% avoided or at least mitigated.
Alright guys, let's unpack this. Some MAGA supporters are realizing that loyalty isn't always safe. Cheering from the sideline is very different from being on the front line, and the shock totally understandable, because suddenly words twist and policy meets reality, and reality can be harsh. Let's be honest, you can't spend years supporting policy or leader that prioritize war, aggression, and other nations' interests and expect zero consequence for yourself. When people cheers on conflict from the comfort of home, they often forget one simple truth. War doesn't discriminate, it hits everyone in its path. And now some of these supporters are getting a first-hand look at that reality. Now, here is where this hits home for Black Americans. For generations, Black communities have had to negotiate a system where promises of protection and safety are often hollow, where leaders make decisions that risk our life and the cost is never fairly distributed. So, Black Americans have seen firsthand how politics and war disproportionately affect community of colors. So, when MAGA supporters suddenly realize that their choices have consequence, it's a moment of refocusing. A reminder of how power and privileges operate differently depending on who you are. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Some people cheer politics that send others to war and only realize the danger when they are personally affected. Empathy and accountability don't come automatically, they come from experience. And for too long, Black Americans have been saying, think about who benefits, think about who suffer, and now the table are showing the consequence clearly. But let's ask question everyone is avoiding. Why does it take direct personal risk for some people who understand what war means? Why does loyalty blind people to the danger of the policy they support? And why do Black Americans often say this pattern years before others do? Because history teaches lesson, some just don't pay attention until it hits them differently. This is bigger than MAGA supporting for Iran. It's conversation about power, consequence, how ideology can cloud judgment, and who really bears the cost when politics fails. Black Americans can have long known policy don't just exist on paper, they affect real life, real family, and real future. And sometimes people only learn this the hard way. The lesson here is that reality doesn't negotiate with ideology. Actions have consequences. Cheering from the sidelines doesn't affect you from the storm you helped create. And for Black Americans, it is a reminder of the wisdom, foresight, and survival instinct that communicates communities have had to develop over generations. So when you see headlines like Americans are ordering MAGA supporters to go to the front line in Iran, don't just scroll past it. Think about what it represents: accountability, consequences, and the pattern of power in this world. Because it's not just a headline, it's a lesson in cause and effect. So guys, do you think is karma catching up, or do you think people still don't fully understand the consequences of what they support? Drop your thoughts in the comment below. And if you want more real, raw, and eye-opening reaction like this, make sure you like this video and subscribe, because on this channel we don't just react, we break down the story behind the story. And trust me, the conversation about these consequences is only getting started. Thank you for watching. I will see you all in my next video.